Hello friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the world of rare US coins where small silver treasures can turn into unimaginable fortune. Today we're diving into two of the most valuable Mercury dimes in American history, the 1925 Mercury 1 dime and the 1939 Mercury dime. These legendary coins, born in an era of struggle and hope, are now worth millions in top condition. If you own one, it could change your life overnight. Stay with me till the end of this video, because what looks like an ordinary dime might just be your golden ticket to fortune. The first up, the 1925 Mercury dime. At first glance, it's just a 10-cent piece, small and silver, easily overlooked in the palm of your hand. Yet beneath its simple face lies unimaginable wealth and untold stories. Collectors around the world know this coin not just as currency, but as a living artifact that could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight if found in pristine condition. The Mercury dime, officially called the Winged Liberty Head dime, was designed by the legendary sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. Minted from 1916 to 1945, this coin became one of America's most beloved designs. The 1925 edition holds an even more special place in the hearts of collectors. Its obverse shows Lady Liberty with a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse features fasces and an olive branch, signifying unity, strength, and peace. This coin isn't just metal. It's a message from history, a reminder of America's resilience between World War I and the Great Depression. Now imagine this. The 1925 Mercury dime in flawless, mint-state condition is so rare that its value doesn't just rest in silver weight, but in historical significance and scarcity. While most of these coins circulated heavily during their time, worn down in everyday transactions, only a handful survived untouched, shining with original luster. These survivors are the ones that auction houses and collectors battle over, with prices skyrocketing into hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on grade and rarity. This is where an ordinary-looking dime transforms into a fortune maker. Every coin collector dreams of stumbling across a piece like this. Picture finding a 1925 Mercury dime in your grandfather's old cigar box, or tucked away in a forgotten coin jar. That small silver disc could represent a lifetime of financial security, a key to a fortune hidden in plain sight. Stories of lucky finds echo through the coin community, where someone unknowingly discovers a coin worth $1 million resting silently in their possession. And among those legendary discoveries, the 1925 Mercury dime sits high, like a crown jewel waiting to be uncovered. But what makes this dime truly extraordinary isn't only its rarity, it's also the emotional pull of its design. Liberty's youthful, determined face with wings of freedom whispers of hope in turbulent times. Remember, this coin was minted just a few years after World War I, when America was redefining itself as a nation of strength and ideals. Holding this dime is like holding a time capsule from 1925, a reminder of an America brimming with optimism, ambition, and spirit. It connects today's collector with a piece of history that money alone cannot measure. Auction houses across the world have seen fierce bidding wars over Mercury dimes, with collectors pouring fortunes to own just one in near-perfect condition. Imagine the feeling, standing in a grand hall as the gavel falls, knowing you now own a piece of history that could never be replaced. For the ordinary person, however, discovering one of these in their own pocket or collection means stepping into the same spotlight, because a dime once spent on a loaf of bread could today buy mansions, cars, or entire legacies. This is the power of numismatics, turning the smallest coins into symbols of unimaginable wealth. The 1925 Mercury dime doesn't only have monetary value, it has a spiritual one as well. It teaches us that greatness often hides in the smallest of places. Many people dismiss old coins as worthless pocket change, but in reality, they are silent witnesses of history, carrying secrets that could transform futures. The Mercury dime whispers to us that opportunity is always around, sometimes in the form of a simple coin. That's why seasoned collectors treat every old dime with respect, because they know even the smallest coin could hold life-changing wealth. So if you ever come across a 1925 Mercury dime, do not spend it, do not overlook it, and certainly do not sell it cheaply. That one coin has the potential to rewrite your destiny. Think of it, a 10-cent piece holding the power to make you a millionaire overnight. It's not just money, it's a legacy, a bridge between past and future, a fortune disguised as pocket change. Many regret selling too soon, but those who hold on and recognize its value walk away as legends in the world of coin collecting. My friends, the 1925 Mercury dime is more than just silver. It is hope, history, and hidden treasure combined into one. In today's market, it represents not just wealth, but the dream of every collector. The chance that something so small could hold power so great. So check your collections, your old jars, your family heirlooms, because you never know, the dime that could make you a millionaire might already be in your hands. Guard it well, for its worth could change your fortune forever. The second up, the 1939 Mercury dime, one of America's most beloved coins. It may look like a simple 10-cent piece, but in truth, it holds the power to change your life forever. For collectors, this coin is not just metal. It is art, legacy, and wealth wrapped into one. In the right condition, this dime has the potential to bring you millions, a fortune hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by someone wise enough to recognize its true value. The Mercury dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime, was designed by the celebrated sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. First minted in 1916, it ran until 1945 and became one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. By 1939, America was standing at the edge of great change. The world was bracing itself for World War II, and the United States was slowly recovering from the Great Depression. Coins minted in this era are not just currency. They are echoes of resilience and determination. Holding a 1939 Mercury dime is like holding a piece of America's heartbeat at a time when the world was shifting. The design itself speaks volumes. On the obverse, Liberty appears wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, creativity, and progress. Many mistake her for the Roman god Mercury, which is why the dime carries this famous nickname. On the reverse, the fasces, a bundle of rods bound around an axe, represents unity and strength, while the olive branch symbolizes peace. In 1939, when nations were heading toward conflict, this design became a silent reminder of what America stood for, a balance between power and peace. This is why collectors treasure it not just for rarity, but for meaning. Now here's where the magic lies. Most 1939 Mercury dimes went through heavy circulation, buying bread, milk, and gasoline during tough economic times. They were spent, rubbed down, and forgotten in pockets and purses. But a few, just a few, survived in pristine, mint-state condition, untouched by the wear of daily life. These survivors are the treasures that auction houses fight over. A flawless 1939 Mercury dime can reach staggering prices, climbing into hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars depending on grade, mint mark, and condition. This is where a dime worth 10 cents transforms into a coin worth a lifetime of fortune. Imagine this, finding such a coin in your father's old collection or hidden in a box of forgotten change. At first, it looks like just another silver dime. But the trained eye of a collector sees the brilliance, the sharpness of strike, the untouched luster. And suddenly, you realize you're holding a millionaire's key. That moment of discovery is what fuels the passion of coin hunters across the world. Stories are told of ordinary people becoming wealthy overnight, simply because they recognize the treasure hidden in their hands. The 1939 Mercury dime holds that very power. Beyond wealth, there is also the emotion tied to this coin. When you hold it, you are holding the struggles of families who lived through the Depression, the optimism of a nation preparing for recovery, and the symbolism of freedom during uncertain times. This dime is not just silver. It is a story, a monument, a bridge connecting us with the dreams of those who came before. For collectors, owning this coin is like owning a living chapter of history, one that can never be rewritten or replaced. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have seen Mercury dimes ignite fierce bidding wars. And while 1939 is not the rarest year in sheer numbers, the condition and rarity of perfect strikes make it a legend in its own right. People with wealth and passion pour fortunes into securing such coins, but the beauty is, you don't need to be a millionaire to discover one. It could be resting silently in your own home, waiting for you to notice its shine. That possibility alone makes the Mercury dime one of the most exciting coins in American history. So here is the truth. If you're lucky enough to find a 1939 Mercury dime in top-grade condition, do not let it slip away for cheap. Do not underestimate its worth, because this dime could carry the power to rewrite your financial destiny. A single coin like this, sold to the right buyer, could place you in the history books of collectors and investors alike. It is more than money. It is a key, a symbol, a fortune hidden within the most humble of places. My friends, the 1939 Mercury dime is proof that greatness often comes in small packages. From a dime meant for daily trade, it has risen into the ranks of legendary numismatic treasures. Today's market sees it as not just valuable, but priceless in the right hands. So check your drawers, your old jars, your family collections, because the dime that could change your life forever might already be waiting for you. One coin, one discovery, one chance to turn history into fortune. That is the true power of the 1939 Mercury dime.